Welcome to the old Idaho State Penitentiary in Boise, where echoes of the past still resonate. Opened in 1872 and operational for over a century, this penitentiary has seen more than its fair share of hardened criminals. From notorious train robbers to cold-blooded murderers, many of Idaho's most infamous inmates called this place home. Stories of paranormal activity are as plentiful as the penitentiary's history is long. Staff and visitors alike have reported strange occurrences that chill them to their core. The chilling sensation of cold spots in areas where the temperature should be consistent is a common claim. The sudden drop in temperature is often accompanied by a feeling of being watched, creating an eerie atmosphere that's hard to shake. Disembodied voices are another common paranormal experience here. Visitors have reported hearing whispers when no one else is around, as well as unexplained shouts and cries that seem to come from within the penitentiary's walls. Some have even claimed to hear the clinking of chains and the heavy footsteps of invisible inmates. But perhaps the most spine-chilling reports are of the apparitions. From shadowy figures seen out of the corner of the eye to full-bodied apparitions of former inmates, these spectral sightings are enough to make even the most hardened skeptic reconsider. One of the most frequently cited spirits is that of Raymond Allen Snowden, better known as Idaho's Jack the Ripper, who was executed here in 1957. As we delve deeper into the night, the line between the living and the dead seems to blur. The old Idaho State Penitentiary isn't just a monument to Idaho's history, it's a haunting reminder of the lives that were lived, and perhaps continue to be lived, within its stone walls. As we leave these haunted halls behind, remember, some believe the inmates are still serving time. Next, we journey to Horseshoe Bend, where the Thunder Mountain Line Railroad awaits. A relic of Idaho's rich mining history, this once bustling railroad now stands silent, but not empty. The echoes of the past still reverberate here, carried on the winds that sweep through the mountainous terrain. Tales abound of ghostly passengers who continue their eternal journey on this spectral line. Can you hear it? The distant rumble of the phantom train, the spectral conductor's whistle piercing the stillness of the night. They say he still oversees his ghostly passengers, his spectral presence a chilling reminder of the railroad's once vibrant life. And then, there's the laughter. A chilling, disembodied cackle that echoes through the night, a ghostly serenade that sends shivers down the spine of anyone who dares to listen. These spectral sounds, they say, are the ghastly remnants of passengers who met their untimely end on the tracks. As our visit to the Thunder Mountain Line ends, remember, the next time you hear a train whistle, it might just be the ghostly passengers saying hello. Our journey takes us next to Boise's Idaho State Capitol building, where politics and the paranormal intertwine. This grand edifice, a beacon of governance and law, has its own spectral resident. The story goes that a former governor, so devoted to his duties, never quite left the premises. The Idaho State Capitol building, with its sandstone walls and towering pillars, has stood since the early 20th century. It has seen many a governor pass through its stately halls, but one in particular, it seems, never left. Eyewitnesses have reported hearing strange noises and even glimpsed an apparition, believed to be the ghost of this governor. The tales are as varied as they are chilling. Some speak of hearing the soft rustle of papers being shuffled, others of footsteps echoing in the quiet corridors late at night. And then there are those who claim to have seen him, a figure, distinguished and authoritative, striding purposefully through the building. But who is this spectral governor? Some say he's an early 20th century statesman, still diligently serving his term in the afterlife. Others believe he's a more recent figure, bound to the building by some unfinished business. The truth, as is often the case with the paranormal, remains shrouded in mystery. As we leave the Capitol building, remember, the ghost of the governor may be watching your every move. In Nampa, the historic Phillips House awaits, where the past refuses to rest. Nestled in the heart of the city, this stately home carries a deep history, and with it, an array of chilling tales. Built in the late 19th century, the Phillips House has seen many a generation pass through its doors, and if the accounts are to be believed, some of those souls have decided to stay. Visitors to this hauntingly beautiful house often recount eerie encounters with the paranormal. The air, they say, is heavy with an unseen presence, a whisper of the past that lingers in the here and now. Ghostly figures as ethereal as the morning mist have been spotted drifting through its ancient halls. These spectral inhabitants are not just seen, but heard. Strange noises like soft whispers and distant laughter echo through the otherwise silent home. But it's not just the sounds that send shivers down the spines of those who venture within. Objects seemingly of their own volition have been known to move. A book might fall off a shelf, a door may creak open, a chair could rock back and forth with no one in it. These inexplicable occurrences serve as eerie reminders that the Phillips House is more than just a relic of the past. It's a dwelling place for the unseen. As we depart from the Phillips House, remember, the spirits within may never leave. In Lewiston, the haunted Mansfield house beckons, where the living and the dead coexist. This architectural marvel, steeped in history, has seen countless sunrises and sunsets, and with them an untold number of ghostly apparitions. The Mansfield house was built in the late 19th century, a time when Lewiston was just beginning to bloom. The house was constructed by a wealthy lumber baron, Charles Mansfield, whose love for elaborate design is evident in every corner of this stately mansion. But beneath the grandeur and opulence, whispers of spectral sightings and eerie happenings have echoed throughout the years. Many visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures roaming the halls of the Mansfield house. Some have described them as shadowy figures, others as translucent apparitions. These ethereal guests seem to be drawn to the heart of the house, the grand staircase, where countless sightings have occurred. The figures are often seen descending the staircase only to vanish as they reach the bottom. Not only have visitors reported visual encounters, but the Mansfield house is also known for its disembodied voices. Unseen entities have been heard whispering throughout the mansion, their words unintelligible, but their presence undeniable. The most chilling tales involve the sound of a woman's laughter echoing through the mansion in the dead of night. What makes the Mansfield house truly unique is the variety of apparitions spotted. From a little girl seen playing in the garden to a man in a top hat spotted in the library, the house seems to be a beacon for spirits of all kinds. Perhaps it's the history, or maybe it's something more, something that ties these spectral entities to the house, compelling them to linger long after their mortal lives have ended. As we bid farewell to the haunted Mansfield house, remember, the spirits within may be awaiting your return. Their stories are etched into the fabric of the mansion, waiting to be discovered. So, if you ever find yourself in Lewiston, why not pay a visit? You never know who you might meet. Our final stop is the Albion State Normal School, where the spirits of former students are said to linger. Nestled in the heart of Albion, this now defunct institution was once a buzzing hub of youthful energy and intellectual growth. Established in the late 19th century, the Albion State Normal School was a beacon of education, molding the minds of Idaho's early settlers. But as time went on, the school's vibrant history took a turn for the eerie. As the school's doors closed, the whispers of the paranormal began. Stories started to circulate about apparitions of former students, seemingly trapped within the school's old stone walls. These ethereal figures have been spotted in the hallways, silently roaming as if still caught in a time when the school was alive with activity. But the apparitions aren't the only uncanny occurrences. The school is also known for its unexplained noises. The haunting sounds of footsteps echo through the empty corridors, and the chilling laughter of invisible children fills the air. There are even reports of disembodied voices calling out, as if still engaged in long-forgotten discussions. One spine-chilling tale tells of a janitor who, while working late one night, encountered a spectral figure of a young girl. The apparition reportedly asked him if he'd seen her lost locket before vanishing into thin air. To this day, the janitor swears he can still hear the soft sobs of the girl, forever searching for her lost trinket. Such ghostly encounters have led many to believe that the Albion State Normal School is a paranormal hotspot. Some theories suggest that the spirits are former students who loved the school so much, they decided to stay beyond their mortal tenure. As we leave the Albion State Normal School, remember, the spirits of former students may still be waiting for the bell to ring,